Hello, my name is James Paek. I'm here to talk about my SDG dream. My SDG goals as a representative for Global Ambassador is SDG 16, which is strong institution, peace, and justice. Peace is one of the most important things that we need to do in order to meet the target goals by 2030. Peace is an opportunity to reduce conflict and also bringing economic opportunities and prosperity throughout the globe. I can share you my example regarding to this SDG goal 16 and why it's important for me. As my parents was from Korea, Korea is still under a conflict and technically a war due to the division of Korea back in the 1950s. After the outbreak of the Korean War, it still remained armistice and still technically a war. That means anytime North Korea could make a potential conflict within the region, and that could also spark a war. In order to prevent from this happening, we must ensure to make sure that peace is one of the top priorities within the Korean Peninsula. And that includes making sure that war is not one of the top priorities. We need to make sure that with negotiations and dialogues is put in place so that way it is one of the top priorities, but also trying to avoid war as one of the top priorities to make sure that it is not going to happen. Second of all, put people over politics. Put people as a top priority and making sure that they're also in a part of the negotiation table, so that way we can make sure that peace is also represented from not from the top leadership organizations, but also we need to include citizens and local grassroots organizations and anyone who is represented from Korea also put in bargaining table as well. Lastly, peace is one of the most important things because Korea is one of the last countries out there that is still remain divided because of political divisiveness, but also disagreements about the certainty of their country's future. We must make sure that peace is a priority and to make sure that we could achieve the dream by making sure that Korean Peninsula will be reunited so that way they can reunite with their families. I hope this video will make it clear and make it sure that the peace is one of the most top priorities for the SDG goals by 2030. I appreciate your time and thank you for listening to my message.